Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's a professional here today, and today we are doing the Act 2 Criminal Mastermind guide. And again, on this guide, we are not going to be doing the prep missions unless there are specific tips to be given in a prep mission. We are mostly going to be following setup missions because on the prep missions you can die, on the setup missions you can't. So we're mostly going to be focusing on the setup missions and how to go through them. And Act 2 is notorious for having some really challenging ones, especially the first one here, the Avenger. So in this case right here, you're going to want to split up into two teams. Have two guys go on the left, have two guys go on the right, and take cover behind these poles, these like pole objects. You don't have much cover behind them, but try your absolute best to take cover behind them. And the first thing that you are going to want to do when the power goes out is you're going to want to take out all the guys that are closest to you. So you're going to want to kill these guys that are really close to you, that are running right towards you. Once those guys are taken down, make sure you have a heavy sniper, and I highly recommend you have a thermal scope on here. It's going to help out a lot. And use incendiary rounds. And the reason that you're going to want to use incendiary rounds is because explosive rounds don't do the same amount of damage to AI as they used to. So incendiary rounds, they're good because they can take the target down and because they can stun them also. So even if you don't shoot them in the head, which you need to kill them in one shot, if you shoot them once, they'll automatically get on fire and that'll stun them, and then they'll start taking damage and there'll be one less guy shooting at you. So that's why you want to use incendiary rounds. I recommend staying back here. Take your time. Don't rush with this at all. This mission can be a real pain. Stay back here and try to snipe these guys. A lot of these guys are going to peek out. Try to go for headshots. Try your absolute best. Just keep sniping these guys. There's a lot of these guys. Once you clear this out, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move into two teams again. And the two people on the right are going to want to go on the right side through those like little like rooms that are on the hangar. And the two people on the left are going to want to go to the left side also. Go through those rooms. And then when you get to the end of the hangar, make sure everybody climbs the stairs at the same time. Make sure you all communicate. Do not have one guy climb the stairs at once, because if one guy climbs the stairs without the rest of the team, it will spawn the enemies on the next level, and then that's going to be really bad, because the enemies on the next level, if somebody is below and like in the middle of the hangar room floor, they can easily get shot up and die from the guys in the very top if somebody moves up on the staircase. So make sure that you guys all move up to the staircase together. So right here, as you guys are seeing, clear this area out, and once this area is cleared out right here, you're going to want to move to the right side or left side, depending on what side of the room that you're on. Do not go through the middle of the room. Right here, I recommend going, you can go on the lower floor if you want, but I recommend going on the higher floor because you have the height advantage here. And right here, you can just clear these guys out a lot easier here, get shots on these guys, and just make sure you stack up on armor and snacks because this mission can be a pain. These guys have amazing aim in here, they take a lot of damage on this. So right here, we're clearing this area out. It looks clear right here. Okay, and you guys see what I'm doing? Just move up from this side right here. Use these, like, you can go through these rooms or go on the side of them. Use them as cover to move up. Careful, because do not rely on the radar. Do not rely on the radar for where the enemies are. Sometimes the enemies don't appear on the radar. Like right there, you saw that? That guy didn't appear on the radar before, but now he's there. So just watch out for them. These guys can be appearing at anywhere. There we go, clear. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you see where this yellow marker is? Do not move up on the staircase until everybody is ready. Everybody should move up on the staircase at once. 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right. And have everyone meet up there, because if you have everybody go up one staircase, there's not going to be enough cover on the next floor for everybody to take cover on. Have everybody move up the staircase at the same time together, because it's going to trigger the enemies on the top floor. And trust me, you want to be in a good position. So right here, have the 2 guys on the left take cover here, have the 2 guys on the right take cover there. This is why if everybody went up the same staircase, they would all be behind this piece of cover and they would die easily. Just watch out for the guy above you and just take your time right here. Just clear this area out here. Right here, it's pretty much the worst parts of the mission are pretty much over at this point here. Just clear this area out. Work together here. Stay over here. Just watch out for this. Again, you can use the thermal scope here to help you get through this mission. You can use it to help you find a lot of these guys too. And there we go. He's stunned. That's what's good about incendiary rounds. You see what incendiary rounds do? Set the target on fire like that. I highly recommend them for this mission. You can have up to 80 incendiary rounds in the heavy sniper. It'll help you out a lot. Once you get up here, just take cover right here at this angle here and try to get rid of these guys here. The majority of these guys are easy to take out up here. The only really hard guy is the guy at the very end of the room. The guy at the very end of the room can be a pain because he's in really good cover. That guy right there, he's in really good cover there. So right here, use the heavy sniper and use it to like basically just scout the room out. See where these guys are. The heavy sniper, if you have thermal, it'll help you find these guys pretty quickly. This guy's in really good cover over there. And here we got another guy. Got him. Okay, that's the only guy left. That guy, watch out for that guy, because that guy can really hurt people. Really kill them pretty quickly. Looks like we actually have one more here on the right side. And see, you see this guy all the way at the end of the room? You guys see what I was talking about? He's a real threat, this guy back here. Like, look, I just basically put on another armor. He already took out 2 of my armors. That guy at the end of the room can be a real pain. He's in really good cover. Make sure everybody has focused fire on him and get rid of him. There we go. Looks like he's dead. Make sure you scan the room with the thermal. Make sure nobody's there. The thermal scope will help you out a lot. Looks pretty much clear at this point. Okay, move on. Turn on the backup generators now. Now all we gotta do is get to the Avengers. Pretty much easy at this point. Do not worry about any more enemies spawning. I was paranoid that more enemies were going to spawn. Once you get to the generators, there's not going to be any more enemies spawning. You're good now. All we got to do is get in the Avenger and get the hell out of here. And also, here's a little quick tip. Instead of running all the way back down the room, you can actually just run here to the left or the right, and there's actually another staircase right here that you could take. So you don't have to go all the way back. And we have pretty much gotten here. I recommend you guys fly over the mountains because it's quicker to get to the destination. Just make sure you fly at the correct level because you do have to fly low on this one. You don't really got to worry about the Merryweather helicopters chasing you. They can't really do anything, nor can they catch up to you. And the guns in this figure are accurate, so you don't got to worry about anybody chasing you. So that's it for Act 2 Setup 1. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to Rescue ULP right now. Okay, Setup 2, Rescue ULP. This one's also pretty hard, but we have found a way to make this mission really easy. So what you're going to want to do in this mission is bring 2 Karumas. It doesn't matter whose Karumas they are, as long as everyone has access to them. So bring up 2 Karumas, and what you're going to want to do is the first Karuma that you bring in, just clear the area out. Just basically clear out the front area, make sure that it's completely clean, make sure there's nobody out here. Okay, clear. The rest of now the inside team is going to move in and they're going to rescue ULP. Basically straightforward. They just have to go through the area, just work their way up to the top and kill the guy that's holding ULP as a human shield. Nothing really complicated there. Just the outside team needs to make sure that they do their job. Otherwise, some of the Russians, they can actually get into the foundry and they can actually come up behind them. So the outside team needs to do a really good job. So what you're going to want to do here is have one guy and make sure he has an explosive sniper. That's me in this case. Have one guy go up here. Go up to the vantage point with the explosive sniper and hide up here. The other guy, the second guy in the outside team, is going to want to stay in the Karuma, and this strategy has worked perfectly for me. I was actually surprised at just how well this strategy works. So what you're going to want to do on this mission specifically here is don't use explosive snipers against the Night Sharks. I thought that it would do something against them, but unfortunately it doesn't. What you're going to want to use is you're going to want to use the explosive sniper against the helicopters when they come in, to take them down quicker, because the homing launcher, they can actually dodge a lot of shots from the homing launcher. The explosive sniper will be good for that. Now, the reason that you want to have one guy in the Karuma is because that one guy is going to basically serve as the distraction. And as long as that guy is down there, most of the enemies will shoot at them here. And the second that you see the helicopters coming in, just pull out your explosive sniper and just shoot them and blow them up at a distance. So look, take a look at this right now, guys. My friend that's in the Karuma down there, he's serving as a distraction right now. And I highly recommend having the heavy MG right here, and especially with armor-piercing rounds. I just love it on this mission here. You're probably going to run out of it, but it does its trick really well. Make sure you stock up on it. So like right here, you see, the Russians are going to try to get inside here. They're going to try to get inside through the back door. So you got to make sure you do your job job out here so that they don't come up behind your teammates that are inside. So look, my friend that's down there in the Kuruma, he is serving as a distraction right now. The majority of these guys aren't even shooting at me. They're not focused at me. Some of them are shooting at me, but the majority of them aren't. They're focused on the Kuruma. They're shooting at the Kuruma like crazy, and because of that, I'm able to pick these guys off so easily. Just take a look at this. Saucer Cats is sitting down there with the Kuruma, and I'm able to easily kill these guys. Another helicopter coming in here, blow that up. Now look, Saucer Cats is moving up with the Kuruma. All the Russians down there, they're just focused on killing him right now. Just mopping them up right now. Easy right now. He's driving around. He's basically taking the focus off of me. They can't kill him because he's in a bulletproof car. Make sure you watch your snack level, though, because even though you're in a bulletproof car, they can still get some shots on you. So make sure you watch that. But other than that, he's serving as a great distraction right now, and I'm able to clean up really well here. So that's what you're going to want to do, is have one guy up here in the tower, have him just shooting at all the guys here and taking out the helicopters from an explosive sniper, while the second guy in the Kuruma just serves as a major distraction right now. Look, another helicopter coming in here, going to blow this guy up right now. Got him. Okay, and we're getting these guys right now. Looks like we got another helicopter coming in. This is where the explosive sniper comes into play. This is why you want to make sure you stock up on this fake. I don't recommend the homing launcher, even though the homing launcher can probably blow up a lot of these helicopters, because the enemy buzzards are known to dodge homing launchers really easily. So I like to have an explosive sniper just to be safe. But right here, it's working out perfectly right now. Perfect. None of them are focused on me right now. I still have my armor. That just shows you how much they're focused on him right now. Now we have a few of them shooting at us here, but no big difference here. We can just put on another super heavy armor. Right here, we ran out of the ammo for the heavy MG, but we can pretty much use anything we want right here. And you got a lot of Mark II weapons here. I'm using particularly incendiary rounds, which is stunning them even further. Saucer Cats is doing an amazing job right down there, being a distraction for them. This is just perfect. So anytime, even if you're not doing Criminal Mastermind, guys, this part gives a lot of people trouble because just how much enemies just spawn in. But this is just perfect right now because the Kuruma, they can't really hurt him in the Kuruma. They're focusing fire on the Kuruma. They're being distracted by it, and they're not taking shots at me, and I'm at farther range. And because of that, I have the high ground here, and I'm just picking these guys off easy right now. Like, easy. This is just so easy right now. So the Kuruma strategy, the Kuruma distraction strategy, definitely a really good way to complete this mission. And we're pretty much going to have the area cleared when the other guys come out. Yeah, they're pretty much no match right now. They're getting wiped out. And there we go. It's pretty much clear right now. We have some enemies showing up here. Do not abandon the guy in the tower. Whatever you guys do, do not abandon the guy in the tower, obviously. Make sure that you guys provide cover fire. When everybody comes out of the foundry, make sure that you guys provide covering fire so that the guy in the tower can get down, because he's not going to be able to get down without getting shot unless the area is clear. So right here, my teammates are providing a distraction. I'm able to get down right now. And also, I highly recommend that you get down on these ladders in first-person mode, because I know that a lot of people have trouble with the ladders, and it's not a really big deal, because I have trouble with the ladders sometimes too. It's kind of annoying with the animation in third person, but in first person, you always get on the ladder. So if you have trouble on the ladder, just do it in first-person mode. That way you minimize the risk of actually falling down and killing yourself, and you obviously don't want that happening on Criminal Mastermind. Okay, we're good here. Okay, what everybody's going to want to do now is load ULP up into the first Kuruma. The Kuruma that was providing the distraction, load him up into that. And now I'm going to take the second Kuruma, and I'm going to follow them, and I'm going to cover them with it. And I'm basically going to serve as a distraction so that when the Night Sharks come at us, because we're going to have a lot of people chasing us on the highway, I'm going to serve as a distraction, and I'm going to start shooting at them and let these guys escape. So right here, I'm going to follow them, and I'm going to do my absolute best to cover them right now. We're pretty much good. We pretty much completed the mission. That was the worst part of the mission, but still, we still have to be careful, though, because even though we're in the Kuruma, you can still technically get shot out of it. It's very unlikely, but you can still get shot out of it. It's happened to me. I've gotten killed by AI before in a Kuruma. So these Night Sharks, they can be very aggressive that are chasing you. So just follow them right now. Just cover them. Here we have a perfect example. You see how aggressive the AI is right now. I'm providing a distraction right now. Here's where it gets a little tricky. When the helicopter comes in, the people in the Kuruma transporting UOP, they're going to be vulnerable, and I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it if the helicopter has missiles. I'm not positive if the enemy buzzard has missiles. I'm not positive on that, but in other missions that I've done, especially in the other original heists, some of the enemy buzzards, they do have missiles. So what you're going to want to do is, when the buzzard is chasing them, get out, get on the side of the road, the guy who's covering, get in the place where the night sharks can't really get to you, at least right away, and take that helicopter down, because that helicopter is going to become a major problem. Take it down. You're going to have 2 helicopters chasing you. You're going to have 1 helicopter chasing you right around when you get up to 2.5 miles, and you're gonna have 1 helicopter start chasing you right when you have like a mile left to the target. I'll skip ahead to that helicopter right now. Here in this case, we have the second helicopter chasing us. This is when we get a lot closer to the destination, and when you get really close to the destination, the enemies should break off and they should stop chasing you, but I just like to take down the helicopter just to be positive. He's not gonna come back. And there we go. Clear, and pretty much just wait till he gets to the drop-off there. And that's it. That's for Act 2, Setup 2. Now let's move on to the third setup. Okay, so right here, we are on Setup 3, Salvage Hard Drives. Okay, so this mission can be kind of time-consuming, but it's not as hard as the other ones. So, on the first one right here, what you're going to basically want to do is just drive up to the vans and just water hose them. Don't bother clearing out the area first. Just basically drive up to the vans and just water hose them. Take the fires out pretty quickly. And everybody else in your van that's not in a water hose, they can get out their SMGs or pistols that they can shoot from cars and just try to clear the area out. Try to put damage on these guys. And also, while you're driving around, you can actually use the water hose to knock a lot of these guys down. It's actually pretty good for stunning a lot of the enemies. Okay, so once the fire is put out, just basically make sure that nobody can shoot at you wherever you're parked. Right here we got out, and just clear the area out, just run around here. The first base, it's just really easy. The first base is almost like nothing here. It's not really that many enemies here. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Clear the area out, just go around. And you're just going to want to cover the people as to get the hard drives. Clear. 1 more remaining, actually. Got him. And to save time, what you can do is the operators, they can actually get the vehicle ready and get ready to pick everybody up right away, right after they salvage the hard drives. Okay, so now we just need to get into the RCV and just head over to the next one. Here we go. Okay, so the second base, we're going to want to use the same formula where we basically just drive in really quickly, rush in, and just take out the fires. Use the water hoses while you're driving around to stun any enemies possibly shooting at you, but once you get up near the vehicles, just have both water hoses just focus on taking out the fire. It'll be quicker. Okay, so right here we have three targets on fire. First target has been taken down. Second target has been taken out, and also follow it in this pattern exactly, the same pattern that I'm doing right here. Then just go right through this tunnel here, put out the third fire. Okay, now here's where we're going to change things up a bit once we take out this fire. What we're going to do here is everybody get out in the back here. And what we're going to want to do now is have 3 teammates get out, but have one of the operators stay in the RCV, and make sure that operator has snacks ready also. What you're going to want to do is use the RCV and push it up and make it a distraction, so that the enemies are focused on the RCV. So right here you guys are going to see, the RCV is going to push up right now, and it's going to create a distraction, and all the Russians, they're going to be focused on shooting the RCV right now. Look right there. And the RCV, he's also using the water cannon. And the reason that he's using the water cannon is so he can stun these guys. And we can actually shoot these guys. We'll shoot these guys when they're on the ground stunned. So all the enemies right now, they're all focused on the RCV. And we're able to clear the area out pretty well. So just have one guy push up with the RCV, spray them down with the water cannon, distract them, keep them down. Like in this case right here. See how he just keeps this guy down for me? Just do that and you'll be able to clear the area out really well. Have all 3 guys just follow the RCV. Provide it with cover, have the guy in the RCV have snacks equipped, and you'll be good on this. Serves as a perfect distraction for the enemies. The enemies are more likely to shoot the target that's right next to them also. So this is a perfect way to clear the area out. Okay, so now we are approaching the third target right here. So we're pretty much going to do the same formula again, except this time there's going to be a lot more enemies and there's going to be more things to put out, I believe, here too. Okay, so now we have 4 targets to put out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so again, focus on putting out the fires right here. If you have both water cannons, focus on it. It'll actually be a little quicker. Have your teammates on the side just shoot at these guys. Distract them. Here we go. Cleared out. Another one put out. Put out the other fire here. And I'm gonna show you guys the area that I like to get out in. What I like to do personally is I like to go up here. I like to drive past all these guys right here, and I like to go in here. Drive down here, make a left here, past this wall where you have good cover. Everybody get out again. Do the same formula that I taught you guys on the earlier base. Have one guy stay in the RCV and push up with the RCV. Have him water cannon all these guys and distract them. And in the meantime, the rest of the team pushes up and clears the area out. It's really easy to clear the area out. You guys would be surprised how easy the enemies get distracted by the RCV that just start hosing them down. Also, what you guys are going to want to watch out for on this base, there's 2 guys up on the rooftops, and these 2 guys on the rooftops, they can be a real pain. So just make sure you watch out for them. They're on the right side. They're located right here where I'm shooting at them. That's one guy. There's still one more guy up on the rooftop. But you can actually climb up to him. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So again, look. The RCV, he's pushing up right here. He's serving as a distraction. The enemies, they're focused on taking down the RCV right now. They're not really focused on it. Look, they're even turning their backs to us right here. This is perfect right now. This is a perfect way to clear this mission out. Just distract the enemies like this. Okay, so you guys see the other guy. He's up on the rooftop right now. What you can do at this point is you can climb up here on the staircase. Go up this staircase, and then go up this ladder here if you want to take the guy out that's coming up behind him. Go around here. I prefer to go from the right side. Get this guy. Clear. And if you want to go up here, you also have a vantage point which you can shoot at these guys from up here, pretty much. You have a good angle to shoot on these guys. Okay, we pretty much cleared it out now. Now we got to retrieve the hard drives. Watch out because some enemies are still going to try to respawn, but it's pretty much clear right now. We pretty much got it now. There we go. Got 2 hard drives. Three hard drives. And make sure you just have the RCV ready to pick everybody up. Saves a little bit of time. And there we go. That we're ready. Let's move on to the final base right now. Let me show you guys what to do there because it gets a little more complicated on the final one. The final one is just absolutely swarming with enemies right here. It's going to want to push up right away, and you're going to want to put out these fires again. Push up. Spray the water. You're going to want to spray the water cannon all around just to stun these guys because there's going to be a lot of guys shooting at you. Once you get up near the vans, have both water cannons just focus on putting out the fires here just quickly. You want to get rid of these because you have a lot of enemies shooting at you. We have a time limit of 4 minutes now. We want to put out these fires. Once we put out the fires, then we can focus on clearing out the area. Follow the pattern that I'm driving in also. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, we got 2 more fires to put out. Put out this fire here. 1 more fire remaining. And we got it here. Just keeping them stunned with the hose. Okay, everybody should get out here. This is the area we want to get out in right here. And what's really annoying about this base is that these guys just keep spawning and spawning and spawning. these guys are unlimited, but you can pretty much predict where they're gonna spawn from. The guys that are in the center, they're not gonna respawn again, but there's other guys that are gonna respawn like on the sides. I'll show you. And what I recommend you guys do is go around this building, go around on this side. It's gonna be easier. You're gonna be a lot less exposed. It's the only bad thing about this side of the building is that there's gonna be one guy that's gonna occasionally spawn back here, but he's not that much of a threat. So right here, as you go up on this side, you're gonna be able to hit them from the side, and you're gonna be able to clear out a good chunk of them. Okay, so here we go, clear it out, and again, do the same strategy that I was talking about earlier. So you guys see the RCV behind us? The RCV is going to push up in a moment here, and he's going to start water hosing them down again. He's going to start distracting them. And also, watch out right here. You guys see, they spawn in multiple angles. One guy's spawning right behind us, so make sure somebody keeps an eye on that also. Here we go, clear this area out. Gunner guy on the top there. Okay. So now we're gonna really want to work together. Have a lot of guys focus on shooting because there is going to be a lot of these guys coming at it from all angles right now. One guy always spawns on this side, and one guy spawns on back there behind that like little warehouse thing that we went up. So as long as you memorize these spawns, one guy spawns here, one guy spawns behind that building, you'll be pretty much good. Now we just want to focus on getting these hard drives as quickly as possible. These guys, there's no point in constantly killing them. These guys are just going to keep respawning and respawning and respawning. Get the hard drives, get them as quickly as you can, and get out of the area. We've got 3 hard drives right now. Four hard drives. One more left. RCV is ready to pick us up. Okay, let's go. All you gotta do now is just go here. Get out of the area. Rush out of here quickly because they're just gonna keep respawning. Again, don't bother fighting these guys because these guys are just gonna constantly keep respawning and respawning and respawning. There's nothing that you can do about that. Just get out of the area as quickly as you can. And you're gonna have some enemies trying to stop you along the way, but it's not gonna be really much of a big deal. You're pretty much close there. And we've done it. We have completed the 3rd setup mission. Now we just have the 4th setup mission left. So here we go, the 4th setup mission, Submarine Recon. Let's do this one right now. Okay. So once you guys get up to this bridge here, don't go past this because chances are one of your teammates is going to get here first. Not everybody's going to get here at the same time. Make sure that you guys are all spaced out right now so that nobody's in anybody's way, especially when it comes to the missiles. You do not want to have an accident happen here, especially. So the reason that you guys are going to want to all get down here together is because when you get halfway down this bridge, the enemies spawn, and you don't want one of your teammates to be here when the enemies spawn. You want all of your teammates to be here so you have maximum firepower right now. And what you're going to want to focus on, it's going to be really hard to lock on at first, but you're going to want to focus on these helicopters because those helicopters are going to be a major threat. They are the biggest threat to you on this mission. So once the helicopters are pretty much destroyed on this mission, you're pretty much home free. The rest of the mission is pretty much really easy. Just have to deal with the helicopters. Just blow up the convoy, work together, don't get in anybody's way, watch out where your teammates are driving. You don't want to fire a missile in front of you. Your teammate's going to be there, blows you up, you commit suicide. Really want to avoid that. So be careful where everybody's driving. Okay, one more helicopter remaining. Here we go. Helicopters cleared out. One more convoy vehicle remaining. And it's destroyed. Okay, and now we're going to want to split up into 2 teams, Paleto Bay and Paleto Cove. Pretty straightforward. It's the same thing on each team. It's that each team just has to clear out a bunch of mines and then has to scan the area, either scan the sub or the crash site. Okay, so Here's a quick tip I just wanted to give you guys. When you're driving the Strombergs in the water, just make sure you hold right down the D-pad right as you get into the water, because when I first played this mission, the instructions weren't pretty clear, and a lot of people ended up driving into the water thinking that I would automatically go into submersible mode. But once you're down here, it's just really easy. The rest of the mission is just really easy. It's just getting rid of the convoys is the only hard part, but this mission is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Obviously, to stay away from the mines, you don't want to get next to the mines. Keep a little bit of a distance between them. When the mines go off, they blow up. Just clear out the mines, and then all you gotta do is just scan the salvage site and the submarine, and you're pretty much done. Okay, so right here we skipped ahead of all the mines, and now we're just scanning the submarine. Scan that. After you scan the submarine, just get back to shore really quickly here. You don't have to get back to shore in the 1 minute and 20 seconds exactly. You just have to get a little bit of a good distance on the submarine, and you're pretty much good. And right here, we're pretty much at the end of the mission. I highly recommend that you guys all stay in the Strombergs when you deliver them. Don't get out of them, because sometimes there's this annoying glitch. I've encountered it in the past, where if somebody gets out of the Strombergs, then you can't deliver the Strombergs. So I just highly suggest everybody stay in the Strombergs to make sure that it doesn't glitch out like that, and you can just complete the mission. So that's it. We're done with the 4th setup mission. Now we're just focusing on the finale right now. Now here on the Act 2 finale, I suggest you guys do the cuts the same way we did for Act 1, 40% for the host, 20% for everybody else, and the reason that you want to do that is because the host paid for the heist, and the host didn't get money for the setup missions. It's the easiest way to balance it out and make it fair to everybody else. If you guys want to do the cuts a different way, it's your heist, but this is just the cuts that I suggest. Now, we're going to be focusing mostly on submarine team on this one and how to get through that really quickly. But as for the air team on this one, you can do this either two ways. You can either hover and you can have both guns just fire at everything coming at you, or you can do it the way I personally like doing it, and I like to have somebody go into flight mode. Go into flight mode and just fly around. A lot of people panic and say that the barrage missiles on this one, that they lock on. The barrage missiles don't lock on. They just fire at the closest target to you. So if you fly around and you're in flight mode, those missiles aren't going to be able to hit you in time. And just have the other co-pilot just shoot at everything that you can. So it's basically fly around in circles in flight mode and just shoot at everything else you can. Now let's go to the submarine team. Okay, now then, we're approaching the submarine. We're going to get inside here. This is actually one of the easiest finales that I've ever played. Okay, now once you're in the sub here, what you're going to want to get out is get the assault shotgun, the automatic shotgun. I'm going to show you guys specifically which one here. And just use this shotgun. Use this shotgun the whole time. Don't use anything else. And this shotgun is going to make the mission so easy. Because this mission is nothing but close quarter. It's going to pretty much be able to clear the whole area out really easily. Like here, you see me, I'm not even using body armor. That's how easy this mission is on this one. So let's get through here. Watch out for the guys with the shotguns down here. Clear this area out. Be careful how you go into the rooms. Like, I like to peek in a little bit. Clear here. Stack up on snacks for a second here. Watch out for another enemy coming in the room. Okay, move up here. Again, just watch your sides here. This is really easy, though. Just basically go in through this with the shotgun. Clear right there. Take this guy out next. Watch out here as you go on the lower levels. You're going to want to watch out for corners here. And you're going to want to split up into two teams. This room right here is the way to get back up to the bridge. The other room is where the guy's being held in the cell. Have your teammate go into the room where he's in the cell and have him start talking to the contact. Have him initiate the conversation. You'll be able to finish the mission a little quicker. And here, I'm just going to go here and I'm just going to clear out the rest of it while Saucer Cat is talking to the contact right now. I'm going to clear our way to the bridge. And I know a lot of people get confused on this mission. They get confused, like, they think that the submarine is like a maze. Like, how do I get back up? The only thing you got to know is that the bridge is on the upper level. So we're on the lower level right now. So we need to get higher. That's the easiest way to find it. So this room right here, this room can be a little bit of a pain right here because you're in a bad position when you walk in. You can't shoot this guy through this grate here either. So what you got to I like to take this guy down, shoot at this guy. Second you come up here on the staircase, get this guy. And then you're going to have two guys here. Just quickly get them. There we go, we're clear. Go around here. Climb this. And you're back up on the bridge. Gonna run down here. There's still one more enemy on the submarine, so you gotta be careful for him. Right here, we're on the bridge now. See him as he's moving up the staircase? Just watch out for him. Clear. Okay. Now we just need to take a picture of the table. Got that. Plug Clifford into the console. Okay, done on that. Okay, let me skip the cutscene for you guys now, because that's not really relevant to the guide. Okay, so once you guys get off the submarine, just obviously try to get as much distance on it as you can. And what you're going to want to do is get as deep as you can. Go as deep to the ground as you can right here. And the reason that you're going to want to do that is because if you go above and you go all the way to the top, those helicopters that are going to be up there, they're going to rip you up and you're going to have no way to defend yourself from it. Let the Avenger completely clear it out. Make sure that it's completely clear before you go to the top level. If there's any enemy helicopters, do not swim up to the top. I recommend just staying underwater the whole way because you swim faster and just get to the shore. As long as you're deep underwater, the enemy helicopters are not going to be able to shoot you. If you get closer to the top level, they're going to be able to shoot you down here. So I highly recommend you stay down here and let the Avenger clear everything out. And then just have the Avenger pick you up. So right here, I suggest that you guys just wait for the Avenger to land before you get into it. Like, wait in the water. And the reason that you want to wait on that is just to make sure that nobody gets crushed by the Avenger or somehow hit by the blades. Because you want to minimize the risk. That's obviously not going to happen, but just be careful with it. Because I have seen people get hit by blades on other helicopters before. And I've seen people get crushed on missions. Now, when you actually get into the Avenger right here, not really that much of a big deal. You're going to have a few helicopters chasing you, but you can pretty much outrun them, and the Avenger has a ton of health, so you don't got to really worry about Avon's guys killing you here. You're pretty much good at this point. So that's pretty much it, guys. Act 2 has been completed. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that this guide provided you guys with some useful tips to help you complete your criminal mastermind. Don't worry, Act 3 will be coming. I will get Act 3 out as soon as I can, possibly, and we are going to complete criminal mastermind, and I'm going to give you guys more tips on how to complete Act 3. So here you go. I hope you guys enjoyed my Act 2 guide. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.